Hey everybody, Toaster here. I just wanted to talk a little bit about a game that I had on what is this Mountain Pass and in my Super Pershing, and I'm looking at the team list, and basically there's no arty. So Ice Road is actually viable when there's no arty, and so that's where I decided to go. Let's get it started, and we'll talk a little bit. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the Super Pershing. It's so slow. It's really hard if your other flank is falling or you need to get somewhere. It can be really tough in that regard because the it's so slow, and it's got good armor but not great armor. It's good at distance, but once people get close, or if they have high pen guns, they can pen the lower plate. Um, and so if you don't know this, you can pen this, pardon me, this lower plate on the left and right corners. And basically, if you have 220 pen or more, you're going to butter through it. And most people don't know that. The only time that doesn't work is if you find somebody that fires heat, because there is a little bit of a spaced armor there, so sometimes you can bounce heat shells. So I'm just coming up here. I just told the IS-6 that this is a bad spot for him. It is. I played here in an IS-6 and it's a terrible spot. But he ends up with 0 damage through the game. No spoilers. That's just the way it goes. So against a T10, I like to fire gold rounds because I have 258 pen and I can just butter his upper plate if I can manage to hit it. When he pulls out, I can just butter his upper plate, and you're going to see that. So, but unfortunately, I fire a little too much gold at the start of the game, and it ends up kind of biting me a little bit towards the end of the game. So, 20 rounds you would think would be enough, but I guess I'm a gold spamming noob, so in that regard. So I'm just I'm trying to act like maybe I'm going to leave so that T10 will commit, because I've got the DPM to really put it down on him. But he's not really doing what I want him to do. He's actually sitting back and getting free shots, and good for him. So our Yag Tiger comes down, he sees targets, and that's just a horrible idea in a Yag Tiger. I mean, the thing is just not mobile enough, and he's going to end up paying the price, and I realize that. So I'm trying to play very safe, because then I'm taking a look to see how much damage he's taken, just because I know that, and that's why I'm zooming out here. I just want to see how things are going for him. So you're going to see, and I should have switched back to standard rounds, but I kept thinking that T10 was going to pull out. So, but you're going to see basically how easy it is to pin a Super Pershing if you're above them. So really, I'm just giving turret right now. So I'm shooting lower plate on the left side, hoping that if it misses, it'll hit the upper plate and still pin. So I want to back this Super Pershing off, and this is just the perfect situation for this thing. You're above them, and you're also you've got everything. You're kind of hull down kind of thing, and so I'm just trying to discourage this T10 from coming up. And I wait. I don't fire there because if he comes up, I want to make sure and track him up in the air, because I do have an IS-6 with me who could get free shots, but he doesn't seem all that interested. So go ahead and shoot at the T55A, and at this point with that T55A, I should have been firing standard rounds, but I didn't know if that T10 was going to come up. So we've got 3 guys here, and I managed to back off the 55A because he's a one-shot now, and we're able to track that Super Pershing. The Super Pershing has horrible side armor, so if you can, and finally I switch back to standard rounds, because I know I've got this guy permatracked unless he uses a repair kit, so just probably should have finished off the 55A there, but Super Pershing, either one at this point, they're both one shots, and then I seriously low roll. And so, and you would think that that IS-6 would just ram the Super Pershing, but he does not. So, and we get kind of a lucky shot on the 55A. He was always going to die, it was just a matter of when. So I notice on the map now, and you probably noticed too, that we've got 3 guys kind of grouped up together, and I really don't want to push Ice Road. I think that's a bad idea, being they have a Defender, they have a Yag Tiger, and a UDES. All can pen me very easily, frontally at the lower plate, at the turret ring, and then also at my weak spots on the turret. So the last thing I want to do is go pushing through and get killed. So we've managed to save all our hit points, and we've got 3,500 damage already, which is fantastic. And it's at this point that things get kind of interesting. I know that that Yag Tiger is somewhere around. I just don't know where. Turns out he's still sitting in the same spot he was 5 minutes ago. But anyways, I want to assist, if I can, this Tortoise, because he's pretty full health, and the KV5 is got a decent slab of hit points left. So if I can take this UDES out, I figure that's going to help them, because, and then maybe I can get side shots on the T10. So I'm using standard rounds because I want to save my gold rounds in case I really need them. And we're able to take out the UDES. So I'm trying to kind of use the rock, and so that would have penned with gold, but and we're able to get a track shot on the T10, which is great. So I haven't been shot at by anything, and I'm thinking, I wonder if I can at least light these guys coming in, and I'm able to do that. So far so good. And the Yag Tiger has not yet shot, so I don't know for sure where he's at this point. But I do know I don't want my Tortoise to get surrounded, and that T-44 100 is more than able. And so I take a bunch of damage there, which is kind of okay. It tells me where the Yag Tiger is, and allows me to kind of let my teammates know that there's something over there. So we're just playing kind of patient now, because I want this Tortoise to put the work in, and he does have the backup of the KV5. So the fact that those two are together and they're against 2 guys, I'd like to help, but I don't want to take more damage from that Yag Tiger. So I go down the steep slope, little too steep, but I don't end up taking damage for it. So now, if you see right now, what I'm doing is I know that Yag Tiger's over, probably over right in here, okay, or he's going to be coming up this slope here, one of the two. So I'm putting this hill between me and them, and I notice this KV5 is a one-shot, and if that Tortoise is left alone, he is going to get surrounded and killed, so he'll get flanked. So at this point, I know I need to do something. So anyway, let's continue the replay. So I know I need to at least get shots of opportunity. So I go for the track shot, because with standard rounds, I cannot pin the lower plate of that Defender, and I go for another track shot and am not able to get it. So now I'm getting even further into cover because I don't want that defender to shoot me. But it appears to me like the tortoise is holding his own. So not a lot to say. I'm just trying to get a free shot here at lower plate, and I just happen to miss. And then I make a classic mistake. I sit out there, and he blind fires me. So now I'm definitely a one shot for everybody on the enemy team, which is bad. And our tortoise is taking damage, but he does end up taking out the defender. So we're able to hit the T-44 and give the tortoise some time to turn around. So I'm still lit right now, so I don't want to poke. And the classic mistake would be to poke when you're lit. So I know I can get at least one more shot. So I get my shot and I pull back. And of course I'm using gold rounds right now because end of the game I need to make sure that we win. So we just wait for him to look away, you know. And he just fired, so I know that I've got enough time for another shot. His reload is longer than mine, and he fired about the same time I did. So that's the game. Barely a win, but it's a win. So let's go take a look at the post-game stats. So as you can see in the post-game stats, let's go back to the first screen here. Of course, I got a mastery badge here and a bunch of these medals. I don't even know what they all are, but Level Shalenko's medal, I don't even know how to say that, but anyway, I killed 2 tank destroyers and I got a high caliber. And so ended up with 1,739 XP, base XP, 5,000 damage, 5143, 5 kills. Shame I couldn't get a 6th. That's for my top gun, top of the team. But the tortoise also did work, and our KV5 did work, which is a good thing because their top tanks did pretty well too. Overall, our team did worse. We had a couple guys that did 0, and many guys that did 1 shot of damage. So detailed report. Of course, I blocked 2,000 and 29 assists. You know, I think that put me over the edge there. But without a premium account, I would have lost money. But due to the fact that I have a premium account for today, made 42,000 credits. So, but I would have taken that loss of 5,000 all day long just to get a ace tanker like that. So. Appreciate you guys watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one.